I so want to be back on track. That was so much fun. I know ages and ages ago in a vlog I said that I wanted to be feel like I was in Moto 3. Well, I really did actually feel like I was in Moto 3 on this bike on the Odium track day. It was awesome, absolutely awesome. And people kept coming up to me and saying, "You look like you are having a ball out there today." All the instructors apparently wanted to have a go. They were even complimenting me on my riding style. I don't know why they were doing that. My riding style was a bit poor, to be fair. Well, it's probably the best it's ever been for me. But looking back at the pictures, I know what I'm doing wrong now. So I got my knee down the tiniest amount, the teeny tiniest amount. I must have been that far away from the ground, and then a little bump came along and just went doink on my knee slider. That must have been what happened, because there's only a tiny, tiny, tiny little scratch, and I thought I felt it. So I don't know, but I know what I need to do with my body position now. I need to swivel my hips into the turn, because my hips were actually turned away from the turn, and that twisted my body and would have made it harder to get my knee down. So to make it easier on myself, I know what I need to do. Don't shit yourself, Mazda. Jesus. I'm only a little bike. Only a little bike. And yeah, I looked like I was having an absolute ball out there on the track, because I was having to work it so hard. My CBR600rr, I take that on a track day, and it just sort of sails around. It rides itself. You only need really a couple of gears, because the long straight isn't really long enough to do the whole of the gear range. Whereas on this, I could do the whole of the gear range. I could top it out in top gear. I could really test out what the brakes were doing. And now I know the limits of the bike now. I think we sort of bonded on the track day. I think we know each other better, and we like each other better. I love her. Absolutely love her. She does have her downfalls. She's a bit quirky. But listen to that. Who would not have fun on that? I mean, the engine on this thing is great. Absolutely amazing. It has got so much pull on it for a little bike. It's awesome. I mean, yeah, she tops out at 110. But I'm not going to put that against her, because on most tracks, it's not really going to make that much difference. I don't think at Donington I would have topped out on the straight on that one, because that straight was so short compared to the airfield. I don't know about other tracks, because I've literally only been on this airfield and Donington, and that's it. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would love to do another track day on her, I've got to be honest. I learnt so much in that one track day compared to when I'm on my bike. Like I say, it just sails around. It feels so smooth. Whereas this feels all jittery. You've really got to think about how much you're leaning it and how much you're braking and upsetting the suspension, and you've got to think about loads of stuff that I just didn't have to think about on mine before. Or I didn't think I needed to, because the CC was covering up my shit riding. On this, you have to carry corner speed, otherwise you fall way behind everyone else. Really, really, really far behind everyone else. I mean, I did fall behind everyone else on the straight, but that was going to happen, wasn't it? And it was a bit frustrating when people would go round me at the end of the straight and then go really slowly on all the twisty bits, which is where this bike excelled. That was frustrating. So I did find that I had to sit there for a while, wait for everyone else to go out, give them 20 seconds or so to go get round the first corner, and then I'd go. And that gave me a proper 3 or 4 laps of no one catching me up. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. If I had the money, I would love to have one of these bikes as a little track bike. Like I say, the engine, I absolutely love the engine. Love it to pieces. It's brilliant. I think I would change the suspension, the shocks. Yeah, I would change that. I think I would change that. If money was no object, obviously. So I'd change the suspension. I'd give that an overhaul, because it is bouncy, and on some corners you do find you're bouncing along, which is fun, but it's a bit scary. And I would also to get around all these fuckers. I would also get different brakes too, like back brake's fine. Back brake I wouldn't have to change. Front brake, Jesus Christ, I would change. Like, I wonder if you can put 2 discs on this. Although then would it be too much for the weight of the bike, and then you'd like stoppy all the time? I don't know. I don't know the physics of it, but I think the brakes need to be improved. Someone did say to me that it could be that the brakes have been like not worn in properly and like the pad's gone all smooth or something. That could have happened. I don't know. That might be the case. And it might be the case with the suspension as well, that's been like ragged to shit too. I don't know. Can you do that to suspension? Can you make it more bouncy by doing stuff to it? I don't know. But those are the 2 things that I found a little bit of an issue on the track. Suspension and brakes. I mean, she is a really comfy bike as well. I sort of can't believe how comfy she is. When I rode it back from the track day that I did up north, well, it's Midlands really. To me it was up north. When I rode this back, like I left mine up there, I was so much more comfortable on the long journey on this. And I could go so much further without thinking, shit, I really need to stop now. Like, really need to stop. Look, she's so slim, look. We can just go around all this shit. Oh, it's a lorry. Maybe I won't go round for the lorry. No, I won't go round for the lorry. I don't want to get bashed up by a lorry. Look, I already broke the wing mirror. I don't know if you can see. I broke it on track because there was a cone. It was like the last cone on the corner, and my line that I took was just a little bit too tight, and we'd sort of collided with the cone. The cone like dunked the mirror. It went dunk. I heard it go dunk, and I was like, oh, okay. I just bashed into a cone. And then when we took all the tape off the mirrors, I was like, shit. Oh, crap. What am I going to tell KTM about that? Yeah, so some of the main differences between this bike and the little cup bike that the little racers get in the little cup series is the suspension and the brakes. But if you buy a cup bike, you don't get headlights. Oh, the headlight! I rode back from Bloomies the other day. Headlight was amazing. I was riding in the dark, and the dipped beam is amazing. Like, you can literally see like where the dipped beam is. You know, like on some bikes or some cars, you put the headlights on and it's just like meh, like you just meh, like a little tiny bit brighter. This was like a beam of light, like a proper, like a laser, and you could see like the whole area where it lit up, and then like a line, and then the area where it didn't light up, and it was proper weird. And then when you put the full beams on, it's like fucking hell, it's like daylight. The lights on this are awesome, absolutely awesome. That's not something that you get to try out usually on a bike that's not yours, is it? You don't usually get to ride in the darkness. Yes, I'm absolutely loving Katie right now. Katie's great. We've made friends, we've bonded. I will be sad to see her go.